Hi, I'm Mr. Kaplan, along with Mr. Hazelton from the College Placement Office, and we just want to touch base with you through this short video to give you a sense of things that you could and should be doing during the summer leading up to your very important senior year. First is the essay. The Common App essay prompts are available for viewing, so don't wait for September. Get started now. For your essay, you'll be required to write about something in which you are the ultimate expert, yourself. Look over the 7 Common App topics, brainstorm a few ideas, and think carefully about how you want to share details about yourself with an admissions office. These essays are not long. They're to be no longer than 650 words, so there's really no reason that you can't walk into Chaminade as a first-day senior with at least a draft done. Obviously, the more revisions you can do throughout the summer, the better, but if you have ready for September a strong draft of an essay, then Mrs. Bouchard, who's our in-house essay consultant, and I will both be able to help you fine-tune it for the application deadlines. Here are some tips when considering getting your essay off the ground. Number 1, answer the question in all its parts. As you'll see, the Common App prompts often have 2, 3, sometimes 4 parts. Be sure to address all of them, as all of them give insight to you. Number 2, the focus of your essay is to be you. Not a relative, not a sport, not an event or accomplishment in your life. You. You must be the star of the essay. Number 3, this is about the tone of your essay, the word choice. If the tone of your essay is a dress code, avoid a fancy tuxedo and avoid flip-flops and a tattered shirt. You want to be somewhere in the middle. You want to be comfortable, you want to be natural, but you also want to remember that, you should present yourself in a positive light to someone from an academic institution who's evaluating you. Number 4, write, revise, repeat. It's a process. Give yourself time. I doubt that you'll be able to come out with a strong product by sitting down, writing something, looking it over once, spell check, and that's it. Give yourself time, please. Number 5, be true to yourself. Be honest. Don't write what you think the reader wants to hear, and don't let someone else have too strong a hand or a voice in telling your story. Number 6, how you approach a topic is almost always more important than the topic itself. Let your voice, your style, your personality, your attitude come through in a positive, honest way. Number 7, don't just tell, explain, demonstrate. Use images, tell a story. Give the reader something to think about and something to look at. That way your essay will be more engaging and the person reading your essay will have a better sense of who you are as an individual and as a communicator.
A number of you have taken one or more SAT or ACT exams so far, and that's a great start. Both the SAT and the ACT are offered throughout the summer. So if you've been preparing, I strongly encourage you to register for a summer exam while the material is still fresh in your mind. If summer testing doesn't work for you, register for fall test dates as soon as possible. Spots fill up fast, especially in the fall. Senior year is a busy, challenging time, so it's best not to rely on the fall as a time to complete the bulk of your testing. If you're interested in SAT 2s or subject tests, check when they are being offered and register as soon as you can. The best way to determine whether a college requires SAT 2s is to go to the undergraduate admissions page for that particular school and see exactly what they require. Not all schools require the SAT 2s. Recruited athletes are often asked by a coach to apply early, especially early decision, which is a binding agreement. Generally, if you apply early decision by a coach's request, that means he is supporting your application to the admissions office. If you do not apply early decision despite the coach's request, then that coach will not likely give his support to you to admissions. For these reasons, it's imperative that you have your SATs and ACTs completed by early fall. Now, there's a difference between being recruited and not being recruited. You are not actively being recruited if the coach tells you You can walk on the team if you get into the school. Or you're not being recruited if the coach has no particular opinion on when you should apply. You're also not being recruited if you reach out to a coach on your own with a video or email and all you receive back is a polite general response that's not specific to your profile. Under those circumstances, you're not being recruited.
Websites and social media accounts are a great way to get a sense of a school community, but there's really no substitute for actually being on campus and feeling the vibe of a campus and a student body. If you can visit, if you have the time and the resources, then definitely sign up for a tour whenever possible and make the visits. Many schools track demonstrated interest, so whenever possible, make sure that there's a record of your visit. This way, a school will know that you're a serious applicant. Mr. Hazelton and I will now run through just some quick things that you should keep in mind, maybe questions to ask yourselves during, before, after, throughout the evaluation process of a campus.
Am I a qualified applicant? Is it a reasonable chance for me to get into this school? Can my family afford this school? Does the school offer what I want to study? If so, what kind of work are the students and faculty doing in this field? When on campus, check out a bulletin board in a student center or dining hall. What kind of activities and events are taking place outside the classroom? Events such as arts, culture, athletics, social events.
Is Greek life, fraternities, sororities, a big part of the social scene on campus? What is the student newspaper covering? That is, what's important to students, at least at the moment on campus. What is life like in the surrounding areas? How engaged are the students in that community, if they're engaged at all? What do students on campus seem to say about their experience? Ask them. In my experience, they're more than willing to share. And finally, if you're there, or if you're planning a visit, is there an opportunity for you to interview on campus?
Remember, you're selecting a school and a home, so keep your eyes open to everything there is to see and experience. That's a quick run through of the things you could and should be doing this summer. As always, feel free to reach out to the college placement team at Chaminade here if you have questions about anything or if you'd like to schedule an appointment.